Alrighty, here we are. It's August 25th. Time for Christmas card video. Whoops, I'm shaking my whole thing around here. I'm here for my Christmas card video. And, I got this little headband out of the Christmas tree hat drawer today and just realized that these look more like cow horns than they do elf ears because this is obviously made for a child's head, and so the ears are way up here in the spot that the horns would come up. Now, a few of you may think that these are like the DEVIL horns, but they're not, I promise. If anything, they're just heifer horns. Well, heifers don't get horns, do they? It's plain old cow, a cow horn, a bull. Bulls, I could be a Texas Longhorn, whatever. Um, but they're supposed to be elf ears, and I've worn this how many times now and didn't realize that the ears ears were up so high. Anyway, it is what it is, guys. It's me. I'm here. Hey Vesta, hey Christy, hey hey Mom. Yeah, they are elf ears, but as I said, they're a little bit out of proportion. So I thought, well, I'll just make the little headband bigger, but that doesn't, I need it bigger through here to slide down, but it is what it is. I'm here. Ho, ho, ho. It's Christmas video. Um, I do have my little Christmas pointer out tonight. So, hopefully I get to point to something on my card. That is going to bring me to my card. I've got a Christmas card using the, Winter Meadow paper. It's a carryover from last fall mini, and beautiful paper, beautiful. I'll show you here in a minute. So I created a Christmas card to keep in line with the spotlighting on the papers. Oh, okay, everybody can hear me good. I thought I heard myself echo for a second. So I made a Christmas card with this. Actually, nope, I'm getting all discombobulated again. This is not, Patty showed me, we talked about these last year-ish kind of time. Another card I'm making is something that Patty brought into my head to give a try, so I did. But tonight is, I'm gonna flip my camera down so you guys could just see what I got going on. So tonight, we're gonna try our hand at this. How's my lighting looking? Looks like I'm at a weird angle. You guys, am I at a weird angle? You want me to tip the camera up? I don't have my, like that. Is that any better? Flatter? I can move this way up so I got more space on my, looked like it was really tipped at a weird angle. So we're gonna do this card tonight. We're going to use this Winter Meadow paper, and it is full of colors: black, blueberry bushel, garden green, lost lagoon, misty moonlight, moody mauve, pebble path, pretty peacock, shaded spruce, and smoky slate. So let's see what patterns I got here. I can show you. I don't know if these are cranberries. They kind of look like cranberries, but I'm not exactly sure how cranberries grow other than in those, the bog things that they flood. So I don't know what the plant itself looks like, but the back of that is just pretty. We got one of these again where you could try and cut it down there and then use the pieces and make several different cards with them. And then on the back of that, we got a really pretty blue. Ooh, this one. I haven't really used this paper, Pat. Oh, crab apples? Could be crab apples. Leave it. Leave what? Oh, leave my screen like it is. Did I mess it up when I moved it? Like, hold on, I'm going back for a quick second to see. Okay, so This is pretty. It's a gray. Boy, I think I really messed up the lighting when I moved the camera, didn't I? And then the back is kind of that pebbled path, a little bit of smoky slate in there. There's a blue pine trees. Real pretty with another kind of cloudy gray back. Oh, we did that one. Oh, this one's real pretty. This is pulling out the blueberry bushel. Okay. Does it still look fine for you, Christy, or you want me to kind of push it back the other way? Because I did move it. And if it messed it up for you guys' vision, that's what matters. I thought there was another pattern in here, but must not be. So those are all the patterns I got in this pack to show you. It is very, very, very pretty. In fact, I think it was so pretty last year. I bought like 2 of them, maybe possibly even 3 of them, and never used them. Forgot what set it went with. But I never used them, and thank God that they're still around because I'm sitting stocked pretty good with it. And then you buy it and you hoard it, and it's the same old, same story, different pack of paper. So let's get going. I have a 4 1/4 by 11-inch sheet. We'll get out like pieces and parts I got here. All right. So I used the Deckled Circles dies, and you can use whatever size die you want. Obviously, the bigger the die, the bigger the tree. And this die happens to be about 4 inches. So I'm going to cut this circle in half because we need 2 circles for 2 trees. Then I have a strip that I used for the trunk. This is from the die set with all the dies in it. Could be the Unbounded Love die set, but that little guy cuts out 2 pieces. I got a strip for the inside, I do believe. And then I got all these random strips for the outside. So what I'm going to do is you could glue these onto a piece of like white cardstock and then move them around from there, but I'm going to just lay out my pattern of how I want them here on my desktop. Like so. Looks like it went all the way up to the top. Maybe I'm not going to have enough strips to do all this. What was I thinking? We'll see. Maybe because I don't think I really wanted to go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, we're going to go like this. I'm going to put them all close together, but I'm going to not go all the way to the top, nor am I going to go all the way to the bottom. I got different, the strips in different widths. And then if you were to put this on a piece of like white paper, you could glue them on, sticking in and out however far you wanted. But I'm going to go ahead and try and glue them onto this cardstock directly and see what we get. So I just want some out further some in a little bit more, kind of like puzzle pieces or something, maybe. I don't know. Not puzzle pieces either, but just little strips that go in and out. So there's not any defined rhyme or reason to it. Like this. Gosh, those blue trees are pretty. Let's see, how far do we want this one to go? I'll come back a little. Oh, I like those blue trees. I'm gonna go way out with this one so that the trees are in there. That might look a little bit goofy, but we'll see. We'll pull the crab apples back a little bit. Get back to our, I better move. Nah, I can't move it now. And it's all in however you want to put them. In, out. To make this Jenga pattern. Never played that game. We'll come down a little shorter on this one. Okay. Then we're going to take our trimmer and trim them off. Look at all that glue I got on my desktop, but have no fear. I have my handy dandy little wiper tool here today with some water in it, which is always very helpful. Then we're just going to cut these off. Now, if you were to put them on the white paper, you might even have the ability to use them again, use the other side of them, but we're not gonna. And then I'm gonna wipe that off real quick, guys. I don't want that to. Looks like it's too late. I didn't wipe it off the last time. I'll clean it later. Last thing I need to do is slice my finger off on live camera. But at least I'd be okay because you guys would know that I was hurt and needed help and you could call 911 for me. Whereas I could probably scream as loud as I could down here. And Mike is in the back room and I shut the door and the TV is blasting, so he would never hear me. So you guys could rescue me. All right. So now we've got our papers on there. I'm going to run it through my embossing folder. I picked this 3D snow. Let's see if you can see it. It's just, you see the snowflakes in there? It's just like falling snow. So I'm going to run this through and I'm going to run it with the pokey side up. And then our top is not gonna, let's see if I put it sideways. Actually, I'm gonna try this one sideways. So then we're gonna get a bunch of the snowflakes over in our open spot and then not quite so many over here where our paper is. And it won't really matter because it's all full of paper. So let me zip that real quick. After the girls left from cards today, I started on my paper pumpkin video. So those, I got one done. So that's what it looks like now. I'm not, well, there. We got a bunch of snowflakes over there. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on now. Oops, look at guys. Here's my inside piece. This one was supposed to go on the outside. Too late now, but you know, it could have went on the outside. It was supposed to go there, but oops. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this together and put it inside. So this one, in my opinion, is a little bit large for an inner layer, but I wanted it large to show off all the trees and that whole pretty look. So you don't have to have yours this big. I think it's an inch. It's about 1.125 inches. So like I say, it's a little bit much for the inside, but I like it. And we'll stick that down there. There. There we go. So now we got our inside done and out of the way. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to glue this on and get it on and out of the way. And you could always go this way with it as well. You don't have to go from the left or the right inward. You could go put your papers that way and have them come off that direction too. But I wanted my trees a little more over to the other side. So let me glue this one down. All right, he has emerged from the back room. So if I'm going to need assistance, now is the time. But let's not need assistance and keep going with the card. You guys can call 911 if I need it. Oops, and Mike has discovered your chocolate zucchini bread and he's waving it at me as he heads up the steps. I can see him salivating, so thank you very much. Hey, Lori, thanks for hopping on. All right, so now we got this. There's our little sentiment. Now, let's get over to the trees. All right. I'm going to tell you guys, it's been a good, whenever I started this paper stuff, I made this card second. So it's been a while and I don't have any notes of how I made these. So we're going to just kind of work at it together slowly. Now I remember I need my cut on this side to make it easier for me. I'm going to fold this piece down. Hold on, let me look. I think you know what? Let's do this. Because I honestly am gonna struggle to remember what I did. I should have written it down. All right, so we got the half a piece. We're gonna fold it down to the right. And for whatever reason, the girl said you want a smidge of your paper hanging off on the right-hand side. But and then she said, tuck it back, but I ended up cutting it off. So let's just gonna bring it. No, I better, because you probably need the angle. So let's angle it down just past half. Let me show you here. So here's my first line, just past half. And let's score that. Then we're going to fold that back, this point. We're going to fold it back and up to the edge like so. And then we'll fold this whole thing downward to make the rest of the tree. And come up to that side. I think that looked right. We came down, got a little bit hanging over. Then we folded that back. So I guess we're just going to fold it back till it looks like a tree. What's this one doing? Sort of, right? And then you can choose if you want to then refold and go the other way like this and have more subtle. Is this a good place to use that new demure word that everybody's using? And mindful? That's funny. So there we have one tree done. And I'm gonna leave it like that. So let's try this one again. I'm just gonna leave the green side up on this one because that might be easier for you to see. So we're gonna take the top and we're gonna fold it down like just past half, eyeball in half. I think the more down you go, maybe the smaller your tree is as well. For whatever reason, she says, hang a little bit off the edge. Hang a little bit off the edge. I didn't look at too many videos once I saw the design of these. I said, oh, that's what I want. I didn't really watch too many different videos of how to make them, so I'm sure that there's a bunch of different ways to make them. Then we're going to fold this flap back. See, now that I kind of got it figured out, it's coming together easier to show you. So fold it at half with a little hanging over. Fold that back. Then we're going to fold the whole thing back again. Like that. And actually, now our swoopies go the other way. So we got two trees going different directions. That looks cute. And this one is going the opposite because remember I folded with the crab apples on the top and then I refolded and put them on the inside. So there's our two trees. Then you want to come through. Yeah, Dawn, obviously I don't have the right meaning for my demure, but I didn't see that girl's video either of her demure makeup application. So I glued those two down, just these little pieces so that they don't stick up. Let's glue this guy back down so maybe I can salvage my, whoops, not that way. We're not going to salvage it. Yeah, on this one, I ended up folding it back because that's what she said. Just fold that edge back. So I wondered, why do you even want it on there if you're just going to fold it back? But, you know, that was just a question I said to myself. So why do I even want that on there if I'm just going to fold it back? So then we'll glue this guy back to our card. And see, now we got to put a little tiny bit of glue on that flapper. Get him to stay back. Like so. And then we're just going to stick him back on the front of the card over here. Now look at there. None the wiser that I popped that guy off. Okay, so now pull our card back in. We got a couple trees. Actually, I might want the darker one in the back and the lighter one in the front. I better put a little piece of glue on that guy too. Oh, I already got glue on that one. No, maybe I don't. I want the crab apples to be away from each other. So now I got this strip. So then I'm just going to cut a couple pieces for like a trunk. I'll put some glue on the back. I don't want too long of a trunk, but give it enough that he can stand on his own there. Oh, I lost myself. Oh, like that. We'll stick that on there. That on there like that. Now, if you wanted to get crazy, you could, you know, try and stick them on so that it's on that sticky outy part there on the Jenga piece. And then stick this one up here behind a little more. It's totally up to you and how you want to see them on there. So I'm going to get some dimensionals. And put a couple on my tree. One down there on the trunk. And I could trim that off or fold it back. Again, why is it on there? Let me trim it off and see. If you cut straight, it might look all right, but I don't know. We're gonna stick that on here now. I'm gonna go a little down from my Jenga piece just because they're not even gonna show. So maybe you want to make some shorter ones. I'll come way down here with this one. So yes, note to self, make some of your pieces short so you can see them. I can't flip it this way because my pieces are all upside down then. So, you know, think yours through a little better than I thought this one through. We'll put some more pieces, dimensionals on. Think the girls had, oh, you guys, I forgot to take pictures, but I think most everybody made their cards the same way as mine. So I will post my cards here in my newsletter and maybe some of them online too. But I think they enjoyed their creativity of picking their pieces and parts and flower arranging and everything with the directions that I gave them to kind of make them creatively their own. Oh, I didn't get to use my little Santa pointer. So here are our, well, let's see if I can get them in here. Here are the two trees that we made. And now I'm going to put a star on the top of each. All right. I used it again in the video, so I've justified the purchase again. We're going to put these little stars on the top. And I'll show you. You guys, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought these. I must have whatever suite they went to when they came out. I must have it and bought extra paper and all that stuff because Lordy, do I have a lot of packs of these trinket stars. That one doesn't want to stick. We'll put a blob of glue on there, stick him on. Might not have enough paper for him to stick to there. But I said, oh, look, I got some stars and more stars and more stars. I can't even begin to tell you how many packages I found. Probably if I would organize my embellishment drawer a little better. I guess I'm gonna let that sit for a second, see if it dries on it. They are, what are they? Star Designer elements. They're a couple years old. But had I an organized drawer, I might know better what I got in there to say, I don't need those. I got a bunch of those already. So now we've got this little rounded corner rectangle. And I used the Unbounded Love and I just put peace on it in Pretty Peacock. Right there. Oh, hey, Julie. Hope you had something good for dinner. We went out for dinner real quick and it was delicious. Where'd we go? Carrabba's. We hadn't been there in forever, so that was my choice. We went to Carrabba's and got one of their like monthly specials off the piece of paper thing that they bring in. I guess it's a specials flyer or whatever. And it was very good. And then you could get a take-home meal for $10. So I got just a plain old chicken, and then I'll jazz it up tomorrow with vegetables and stuff because Mike has golf and he's going to go out after golf with the guys for their, I think he said it's playoff week or something. And so now I've got chicken for dinner tomorrow, ready to go. And I have ladies again tomorrow, so it will be nice to not have to worry about dinner. So I'm going to put some dimensionals and I'm putting them on like the corners. Let's cut this one here. Put it on the corners so that I'm trapping that outside frame in here with the inside frame. And then we're going to just stick that down here by our trees. Again, see, look, you can't even see my Jenga game going on, but that's all right. I'll put this up here a little bit to kind of fill in some space. It almost still looks like it should go higher. Yeah, it does. I'm going to put it up a little higher. So if you were to make this, I highly suggest smaller pieces too, because they're all covered up with the Christmas trees. So there we go. Here's our Christmas card for August using our Winter Meadow paper. And I guess we didn't really use any stamps. I used the Unbounded Love with this one again because I just needed a sentiment in here. And then we have an embossing folder to give it the texture on the background. So that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching. Well, let's see, I got one more card. So maybe tomorrow night I'll come on. I got one more Countryside Inn, I think the paper's called, and then that's the end of the papers that I have. So it could be the end unless I get over to see Debbie and get the other papers. And that's it. I thank you for watching. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy August Christmas card night. And that's it. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your comments and sharing and all that good stuff. So until Wednesday for sure, I'll talk to you later.